Hi, so the article we will be reviewing today is called A Healthy Play of Mind, Art in the Brain, and Gilman's The Yellow Wallpaper. It was written by Christopher Rothwell, an English teacher at the University of Oregon. Rothwell's take is unique in the sense that where many people who interpret this story theorize that her looking at the walls and the way she acts in the story is a form of her spiral, and it is a negative thing. Rothwell instead implies that her behavior is a form of coping in the sense that it is her brain desperately trying to stimulate itself. So some examples of this he uses are the fact that her hyperfocus that she has on the wallpaper and finding patterns is her brain trying to create synapses and find stimulation in this environment that is very physically constricting as well as emotionally constricting. Her clinging to the woman in the yard is finding patterns and almost a form of disassociation used as a coping mechanism. His argument is that it is not her that is causing her insanity, rather society as a whole, and what we deem as insanity is really just kind of an advanced thought way of coping with the situation at hand. And there is a lot of evidence to support this, mostly based on the brain theories of Samir Zeki, who's a neuroscientist. With this, he proves that the narrator's behavior is not an act of madness and more an act of self-preservation, and honestly not as uncommon as we think. For example, a similar comparison would be if you stare at a mirror in the dark for a long period of time, you'll start to see patterns, sometimes scary, sometimes interesting, in just this darkness. What she's doing with the yellow wallpaper is very similar. So all of these prove via science that she is not to blame. The environment is not really to blame in the sense of the physical room, and it's not really mental illness so much as a common coping mechanism used to cope with very oppressive, traumatic, unstimulating societal pressure and treatment by doctors and her husband.